Well, here we are again. Um, Once again, I'm not really going to try to sit here and have multiple takes and think about how to approach this and come up with a list and stuff like that. I figured out a long time ago that making videos like these in that way just doesn't work out for me. So I'll just try to say what I have to say to give you an update on the whole World of Warships and card situation, because oh my lord, the amount of speculation, gossip, drama, support, hate, just all around craziness that I've seen in the past, I don't know, like 2 weeks on this situation is honestly kind of nuts. So, as you know, for the past like month and a half or so, I've been playing World of Warships with almost exclusively with cards, Streamlit cards, because I came to the point where the game itself just wasn't interesting or challenging enough for me. And I was like, I need to spice it up a bit. I need to figure something out where it's going to be both fun for me and the viewers, because if this continues, well, it's not going to continue because I don't have the interest. And I got creative and I made up a whole bunch of these cards, which essentially give me these mini decisions, mini orders on what to do when I play the game. And I never thought it was going to be as successful as it was. It was very successful. It was very fun, both for myself and the viewers. And it went on for about a month and a half. What's really hilarious about it is that there was this one video that I uploaded on YouTube, which was Smolensk battle. And that battle was, I kind of went too far. There was a card that told me to play in reverse for the rest of the game. And I didn't pay attention too much to the island. I just took a look at what would be the most convenient way to turn. I decided to turn to my right and straight into an island. Now, I did write those cards myself. And I did write on the card, I will attempt to sail backwards for the rest of the match. You know, just to give myself some leniency if I needed. Those kind of situations were the reason why I came up with I will attempt, because what is there to attempt? Just go backwards, you can do it. But because the situation was kind of funny, I was like, I'm just going to play along. We're just going to go all the way. Because, you know, it's fun. It's funny. It was supposed to stay in the realm of that. If I'm not I'm not 100% sure. And I guess it would be fair for me, considering we're already making a video, to check out before talking about it. But if I'm not mistaken, we ended up winning this game, did we not? Hold on. Yeah, we ended up winning this game, and I ended up being 10th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out of 12. There were 2 people that did worse than me in that game, right? And they presumably didn't have any cards or any weird decisions or anything like that. So I really never thought of that it was going to become a really big deal. I didn't do it with any like malicious intent. It was just supposed to be fun, you know, or funny, or well, both. Well, that particular game, Wargaming didn't really appreciate that kind of super passive behavior. Even though we won, and even though I wasn't lost, they didn't like that type of behavior, because the one thing that you can't really if you look at realistically at some of these things and some of these situations, you can't really say, "Oh my God, you're griefing your teams. You're constantly being carried. You're the anchor. You're sabotaging everybody." Brother, I've been top 3 more times than I've been anything else. That's number one. If it's not top 3, it's definitely top 6. Now, I'm not saying I wasn't in the bottom 6. It happens. But when I play the game regularly, it happens anyway. Sometimes you just make a bad decision. Sometimes the RNG says, fuck you. And sometimes the enemy just wants you dead no matter what. And you end up dying first, second, whatever. So this was no different, honestly. In terms of reports and compliments, we were kind of loitering around the same space, just like we did before. In terms of the games, like I said, we were above 50% win rate, which is far above an average player. And our, sorry, I got something in my eye. And in terms of contribution, we were doing pretty well. Yes, there has been a couple of games that were very rough. But that's just a couple of games, and at the end of the day, this is random battles. It's supposed to be fun. People got creative long time ago. Excuse me. People have been doing this for many, many years in many different shapes and forms, and I don't recall anyone ever really having a problem. But I guess we were too successful here, and people started having a problem with it. So that game got to Wargaming, and then it was like big deal. The thing that was a little bit sucky about the whole situation was Wargaming didn't even attempt to communicate in any shape or form. Of course, nor did I, because I never thought this was going to be a big deal. And they just, they saw something that they didn't like. They issued a 7-day ban on my World of Warships account. I didn't even know about this ban for the first couple of days because I only play it on Wednesdays and Sundays. And you're crazy if you think I play this game offline because I only play this game for you guys. So on the Sunday when I was going to start my stream and I was preparing everything, I was going to log into the game and I saw that my account has been suspended for a couple of days. So I was like, okay. I mean, I can presume the reason, but it was just like unsportsman conduct, when you're supposed to click connect. Now I went to check my emails, no messages, nothing. I'm like, what kind of a ban is this, bro? Or suspension where you don't even get a message, like an email. I would suspect if you get banned, you get some sort of a message that's going to essentially tell you why, so it doesn't happen again. That is kind of a logical thing to do, in my opinion, but I don't know, maybe I'm a Martian. So I had no idea. I could only guess. And I already prepared everything for the stream, and I was like, I mean, okay. I guess I'll log into my free-to-play account. We got some ships there. I got plenty of accounts. Let's go. And I think we managed to play 4 games. First 2 didn't go too well. Yes, there was a bunch of cards, but they didn't go too well because I was kind of a little bit overly aggressive and I got killed. I don't think I was lost or anything like that. But then the third game was like really good, and fourth game was amazing. And it came down to us. And no amount of cards prevented me from carrying. I think we got a Kraken. It was a really, really good game, and it was definitely going to go on YouTube. But as soon as that game ended, my account got suspended for a week. Okay, so now we got an issue. My accounts are getting banned. Why? And there has been an incredible amount of speculation and gossip and drama, and World of Warships community just fucking thrives on this. And whatever. If that's your thing, do your thing. I just want to be, personally, I know I can't be as a public figure, but I personally want to be excluded from as much of it as I can, because if drama goes in this direction, I want to go in that direction. So I decided, okay, whatever. We swapped to Tarkov, and we've been playing Tarkov ever since. And that has happened a few weeks ago. I'm pretty sure you've noticed that besides one game, there hasn't been any YouTube content in regards to World of Warships. This is not for the lack of content. I have at least 7-8 videos, if not more, of World of Warships, and incredibly like fail games to incredible games, funny, whatever. But I didn't want to upload anything until I get a clarification on what is going on. I didn't want to stream World of Warships for multiple reasons. One, I don't really get a kick out of playing the game, and that's an understatement. Without the cards and just, doing the usual after like 7-8 years anymore. And I didn't want to continue with cards on a third account, because what was the point? They're just going to issue a ban again. Again, there was no message, no email, nothing. So I was like, all right, and conveniently enough, I got approached right before the ban by someone from Wargaming. Now, I'm not going to say who it is, obviously, but at the time, it looked incredibly weird. This person had all the best intentions, and that's great. It's just that at the time, the timing was impeccable, literally impeccable. So I was like, okay. I mean, yes, of course, me and Wargaming have not really departed on the best of terms and haven't been on the best of terms, but this is just fucking weird at this point, right? So I reached out to this person, and this person told me that he had nothing to do with it, no idea about it. It was just a coincidence, and that he will forward my issue to people in charge, and then that in the meantime, I wrote a ticket because I wanted to know why. There was no complaints or anything. I was just like, can I know why I got banned? Like, what is it that I did that issued, that warranted the ban? And then their customer support answered the ticket not a day too soon. It took them... Oh, man. I would say at least 4 days, maybe longer. I'm not sure. I thought, based on the conversation with this person, I thought I was going to get in touch with someone immediately because I wanted to resolve this issue as fast as possible. This wasn't about them lifting my ban prematurely. That's fine. I don't have an issue with that. My issue was like, I don't want this to happen again. I want to see what is it that I did wrong, so we can put an end to it, adjust, change, stop, whatever. So it took quite a while for them to respond, and then the response was pretty much exactly the response that I expected. It was pretty much just a vague answer and quoting of some rules and guidelines, and I was like, yeah, okay, sure, but can I talk to someone? And then they closed the ticket. If you have any more further questions, please reach out to us. I'm like, I would love to, but I don't feel like opening another ticket, writing something, waiting 4 or 5 days for an answer, and then you respond with something generic or vague, and the ticket gets closed again. So I reached out to this person from Wargaming. I was like, can I talk to someone, like, directly, so we can resolve this issue? And then I got directed to a person. It took a day or two for us to get in touch, and then we communicated about the issue. Essentially, they took a look at Smolensk game, and they were like, yeah, this is like way too passive of a gameplay. They had an issue with literally like 2 or 3 cards. 2 or 3 of these cards were all legendary, so incredibly rare occasions. And funny enough, one of the cards they had an issue with, I played with multiple times and performed very well. like decently well, I would say. Nowhere near lost or getting carried or anything like that. I was actually surprised myself how well I did every time that card came up. But I was like, all right, no problem. I had like 83 different cards or 86. I will remove it. No problem. So 2-3 cards they had a problem with, I removed. And then I was like, okay, what about the rest? They took a look at the rest. They were like, it looks fine. But just to be sure, we're going to send it to our team. They're going to have a bit of a, detailed inspection. I was like, be my guest. Here's the link, all the cards. Please, I want to know which cards you guys have a problem with, because I can adjust, I can change, I can remove, depending on, obviously, how harsh you consider these cards to be. It took them, holy cow. So this was Friday. And then they said, like, okay, this is Friday. We'll probably get back to you on Monday because weekend and all that. I was like, all right, sure. And you know that I play on Wednesdays and Sundays, so this is already skipping. At this point, ban has already expired, okay? I have not been playing World of Warships because I have been banned for this long. I've made my own conscience decision to not, and choice to not play World of Warships because I did not want to continue without knowing exactly what went wrong. So I was like, that's fine. I'm enjoying the living bejesus out of Tarkov for the past month or so because this wipe has been incredibly fun. There's going to be some Trilamar edited videos from Trilamar coming out. Compilations and stuff like that. He's back. I'm very glad he's back. And there has been some incredible Tarkov content, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, I'm like, all right, sure. Monday. Then on Monday, they said, that, issues, stuff, give us till Friday. Okay, sure. That means we're skipping another session on Wednesday, but fine. All right. Then that Friday arrived. Again, some other issues and problems. Give us till Monday again. Final date, we promise. All right, sure. Another session skipped. Fine. Everybody on Twitch is asking me. Everybody on YouTube is asking me. Discord. And I'm like, I don't know yet. I will tell you when I know more. And then the answer arrived on Monday, and that's the answer they gave me, essentially. We look at it, it's fine. They're all fine, but they could create a situation that might not be so fine. Like, I don't know, 1v1 situation, and you do something, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, sure. When it's 1v1, I'll pause the cards. No biggie. The cards that you had a problem with, I removed. Cool. So essentially, it is that very, very passive game that I had a problem with. And honestly, in good conscience, I should have played that game differently. I wrote that card specifically. I will attempt to sail backwards. And many people in the YouTube comments pointed that out. Although it was funny reading the comments because the way the comments were written looked like they weren't aware that I wrote the card. I knew exactly what the card said, and I knew it said attempt, and I knew there was kind of an option, but I just wanted to play along, Never thought it would result in a ban or that, Wargaming and some of the other people were going to look so harsh on it, but hey, There are some things in this game that happen where half the community should be banned on a daily basis, and it doesn't. But as a public figure, it's easier to be a moral standing person when you're talking about someone else than when you're talking about yourself. I understand. That's fine. Whatever. I own it. Like I said, I should have played it differently, but I decided to just go all the way and see what would happen. Funny enough, like I said, 2 people did worse than us, and here's the proof. Oops. Hold on. Here's the proof. This is that Smolensk game. This is my experience. It doesn't even oscillate that much from majority of the players in this game. We are not lost, and this was a victory. So, you know, there's that, but, you know, whatever. Some people are going to blow everything out of proportion because that's their hobby. That makes them happy. Some people are just haters, and that's fine. Funny enough, Mrs. went to work this morning, always, of course, earlier than me. I had to get up to get a haircut, and then when I walked into my room, I found a little message from Mrs. Greetings from me to your haters. Have fun today. And she left this. So, she's creative. I love her for it. So yeah, anyway, essentially, I adjusted some cards, reduced some cooldowns, or not really cooldowns, reduced the longevity of some of the cards. When it's 1v1, the cards will be paused. There will be no more sailing backwards into an island. If that happens, I will unstuck myself. And yeah, you know, we're going to try to do better. It should be fine. If something happens again, we'll just deal with it. If we go over the top and we get banned again, all right, whatever, we'll work it out. But for the most part, that's the situation. To every one of you who were a support and the voice of reason, thank you so much. I really appreciate the support. I have seen everything from absolute and pure, blind, mindless hate and explanations on why I got banned and how, and is this good, is this bad, is this right, to people who are just really constructively trying to talk and communicate and be like, well, if this is not okay, then 17 other things other people are doing, both streamers, YouTube creators, just regular players on everyday basis, is not okay either, but whatever. At no point did I point a finger at any single person, whether they're a viewer, a content creator, or just a regular player. I was just like, this has been done in so many ways, so many times before, is being done while I'm banned, and will continue long after my ban expires, and nobody's getting punished and stuff like that. And yeah, trust me, if you think you know that the reason was this and that, you are wrong. You are so wrong. Like I said, the Smolensk game could have been on my behalf. It could have been handled differently. Sure, whatever. Moving on. We'll not do that again. To those of you who are, like I said, supporting me, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. To those of you who do not like this kind of content, then this is not for you. I am sorry to say that, but as a content creator, you evolve, you move forward, you try to stay creative, and you try to move stuff. I've been idle for far too long and complacent and just doing the same old, day in, day out. I want to do stuff that's fun for me. I want to create content that I find fun and attractive, that I would like to watch. And I want to surround myself with people who want to watch that type of content and enjoy it. And of course, I mean, you are more than welcome to your opinion and say, see, I don't like this, I would prefer that, and all that, but don't try to blackmail me with views or anything like that, because I am way past that point, bro. I'm gonna do stuff for myself. If people want to watch, people will watch. If people don't want to watch, people won't watch. If you don't want to watch, dude, and you want to unsubscribe, and you want to go somewhere else, that is your choice. That is fine. But if you do want to stay, and if you want to watch, if you haven't been subscribed yet, subscribe if you want to continue supporting me. Make sure you leave me a comment on every video. Make sure you leave a like or a dislike on every video. Make sure you ring that notification bell. So many people told me, I'm here for you, and other videos but there is no other videos. There are videos, dude. I have more than 2,000 videos. I have been publishing so many different games, but for some reason, YouTube algorithm and YouTube in general sabotages these things. I'm not the only one, trust me. And people do not get the videos in the notifications unless they specifically and actively look for them. Trust me, I upload every day unless I forget. Just look for them. Click that notification, look for them. And one last thing, since this video is already longer, of course, than it should have been. If you're watching this video as soon as the video came out or within, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 hours of it, there is a very good chance I'm right now live on Twitch. First stream of World of Warships in weeks and with cards. If you want to come say hi, if you want to support the channel, drop me a follow, step by, come say hi. And maybe you enjoy the show. Maybe you don't. You'll never know if you don't try. Thank you for support. I really appreciate it. Hopefully this cleared things out for you and you understand why I refused to step in World of Warships until I cleared everything out, because I wanted to be... I didn't want drama, gossip, and speculations. I wanted to know for sure. And that's it. Thank you so much one more time for support. Come on Twitch. I am live right now. See you in a few.